Welcome back to the morning show. It's time for Motivational Monday, and everyone experiences stress, adversity, and even trauma in their lives, and learning to adapt helps build resiliency. And joining us live via video chat this morning is therapist Mike Jenkens with the Rock Counseling Group. Now, Mike, how can we improve resiliency overall, and can you explain what it is?
Sure. So good morning, first off. Resiliency, when we talk about resiliency, as you mentioned, everybody faces adversity at some point in their life. Right now with this COVID pandemic, we're all kind of experiencing a bit of that adversity. And so when we talk about resiliency, it's not just surviving these situations, but it's also learning to thrive and grow from them.
Looking back now, would you say in about 6 months from now that we would be able to say, hey, we have grown from this specific sort of situation? Or do you think there are going to be more people out there saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I went through this and I'm suffering right now?
Well, we hope that a lot of people grow and they realize that they survived most of this. But at the same point in time, understand it's not always as easy for everyone.
When it comes to maintaining a healthy mindset, what are some of those things to stay away from, and what are some of those healthy ways to build resiliency?
Sure. So when we talk about building resiliency, there's kind of 4 key components to it. They are connection, wellness, healthy thinking, and purpose. When we start talking about connection in times of adversity, we're talking about prioritizing relationships and seeking support, turning to friends and family and trusted loved ones. A lot of us have a propensity to kind of self-isolate in those moments, and that's not always the best. Additionally, when we talk about wellness, we're talking about things like making sure you're getting good sleep, proper nutrition, exercising, staying hydrated, and trying to avoid the vices such as alcohol, drugs, gambling, etc. Things that aren't always the best for us in these times.
As a therapist in these trying times, is there anything in particular that you're seeing right now from a lot of your patients that that we should be more aware of?
Yeah, a lot of it is just this unknown. How much longer is this pandemic going to last? And obviously, there's a lot of conjecture about how long it will last moving forward. But when we talk to people about this on a daily basis, we try to keep people to focus on perspective, accepting that this is the reality right now, and it doesn't mean it's going to last forever. But also trying to maintain hope and learn from the past, right? Learn from the things we've learned grow from the things we've learned over the past 6 months. Additionally, finding ways to find purpose, helping others, being proactive on yourself, for yourself, focusing on your own goals, and also trying to figure out new things, new discoveries, self-discoveries for new ways that you can treat and love yourself and take care of yourself.
Mike, we're hearing from a lot of people right now, especially those experts, that social distancing is the key to helping curb the spread of the coronavirus. But a lot of people especially rely on that social interaction to feel better about themselves. What, tips or tricks would you have to improving mental well-being for people?
Sure, a lot of it's just focusing on maintaining those connections. Thankfully in this time, we have a lot of technology. We're doing a video chat currently. So being able to FaceTime your family and friends, connect with them as appropriate, obviously taking the proper precautions in terms of social distancing, wearing a mask, things of that nature. But just making sure that overall you're still staying in touch with your loved ones and your friends and family.
And what kind of feeling is it as a therapist to be able to, provide some sort of relief for so many people in this time of need right now?
It's enjoyable. I love working with people in the community. At the same time, it does me a lot of good as well. Being able to maintain connection with people and get out of the house some.
As a therapist, are you ever, caught with moments where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm getting to the point where I'm overwhelmed? I would assume during the coronavirus pandemic, you're probably being inundated with a lot of people's questions right now. I know personally, I have a lot of friends who are teachers, and they are saying right now they're getting overwhelmed too. What's that like for those people who provide so much relief for us?
I think the biggest thing for therapists and other folks, teachers, anybody who's feeling overwhelmed, is to practice the self-care. We talk about it all day long with our clients. We just have to remember to do it ourselves,
And overall, what kind of feeling is that when you provide that sense of relief for somebody in need?
It's enjoyable, but I think the biggest takeaway a lot of us have in this job is just knowing that we're helping others based on our experience. We don't always have the answers. I'm always the first to admit that with my clients. I don't know everything, but we can talk about it, we can work through it, and figure out ways to help you get better and reach your goals.
Absolutely. Right now, I'm sure a lot of people probably have some unhealthy go-tos that they're kind of relying on as a crutch, so to speak. I know my go-to is fast food. I always like going through the drive-through whenever I can because it's my way to de-stress as much as I possibly can. What are you seeing from a lot of folks right now that they should potentially be avoiding?
A lot of it is that, being stuck at home, it's easy to run to the kitchen and grab food. We tend to eat a lot more when we're feeling stressed, just overall. So again, focusing on your wellness, focusing on connection, figuring out ways to try to avoid those vices, kind of those crutches, as you mentioned, to help you move forward.
And Mike, if people need to reach out to you, if they have any questions, if they are seeking help right now, what is the best way to reach out to you and ask for help?
Sure. The easiest way is to reach us and call the office. It is 217-722-9079, or you can check out our website, therockcounselinggroup.com.
All right, Mike, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you today.
Thank you.
Have a great week. We'll stick around. Adam has your forecast next. We'll be right back.